Hi everyone! Welcome to Soup Dog Recipes. Today we are making Jiao Yan Ji Chi. It's crispy fried chicken wings with salt and pepper flavor. I know there are already tons of fried chicken recipes out there, but this one, it's special. It has the perfect crust that lasts a long time, even if you let the chicken sit there for a couple of hours. I will also show you my secret marinade, which makes the chicken extra juicy and flavorful on the inside. You're gonna love it. Let's get started. In a blender cup, add 2 cloves of garlic. I roughly chop them into small pieces. 1 slice of ginger, 1 piece of white part of the scallion, about 1.5 inches long. Use scissors to cut it smaller as well. 2.5 tablespoons of soy sauce, 1.5 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of 13 spice powder. It adds lots of complexity to the flavor. This is what I'm using. It's like an upgraded 5 spice powder. I'll put the Amazon link in the description. If you don't have access to buy this ingredient, you can use 5 spice powder, curry powder, or any spice blend that you have in your kitchen. Next ingredient is my secret, peeled and seeded apple. It does a great job at tenderizing meat. It adds lots of moisture to the chicken. It also provides a natural sweetness and fruity taste to the flavor. We don't need a lot, about 1.5 ounce is enough. Cut it into smaller pieces so it will be easier to blend. Add it to the cup. To prevent the apple from the oxidation, we will add some lemon juice from half of a lemon, about 1.5 tablespoons. Blend everything into a puree, and that is our marinade. I got 2 pounds of chicken wings. Put them all in a sealable bag. Pour in the marinade. Make sure you get every drop of the sauce out of the cup. You just massage them. Make sure all the pieces are coated with that delicious sauce. Squeeze out the air and seal the bag. We're gonna let this sit in the fridge overnight. Since we got plenty of time to wait, let me show you how to make the Jiao Yan, Chinese salt and pepper. If you want a shortcut, you can use regular salt and pepper for sure. Turn the flame to low. We will use a cast iron skillet. Add 2 tablespoons of sea salt, 2 tablespoons of Sichuan peppercorns. This is a typical Chinese ingredient which tastes very different than the regular peppercorns that you will use on a steak or fries. It is not spicy at all. It gives you a nice citrusy aroma, and it has a numbing effect that tingles your tongue and lip in a good way. I'll put the Amazon link in the description. 1 tablespoon of white peppercorns. It is a little spicier than the black peppercorns. The aroma and the flavor also last longer when the peppercorns are ground into powder. You could use black peppercorn, but just be aware that the peppery flavor will be diminished as the day goes by. Toast them for a few minutes. Keep an eye on the Sichuan peppercorns and don't burn them. If the Sichuan peppercorn turns into a black color, it will bring a bitter flavor. Take it out. Let it cool before you put it in a spice grinder. If you've been following my show, you probably know that I made a popcorn chicken recipe not so long ago. Jiao Yan is the same exact ingredient that I used in that video. I don't want you to feel like this recipe is so difficult because you have to blend the marinade and grind your own spices. Jiao Yan is a popular seasoning that we use to put on all kinds of fried food, such as fried squid, fried shrimp, fish chips, potato wedges. Anything that is deep fried and crispy, you can use this. So make a big batch and experiment with it. Store it in a sealed container. It will last you a few months. The next day, we're gonna make a coating. You will need half cup of all-purpose flour, half cup of cornstarch. Cornstarch is the secret that makes the outside layer extra crunchy. If you're allergic to corn, you can use potato starch. 2½ teaspoons of baking powder. It will release lots of air when it hits the hot oil, which adds some lightness and fluffiness to the crust. 2 teaspoons of 13 spice powder. Because we cut down the gluten by combining the cornstarch and all-purpose flour together, gluten is what makes the chicken has a nice golden brown color after being fried. If you have less gluten in the coating, the final result will be less golden. Adding some spice powder will make up the color shortage, also give a nice complexity to the taste. Again, it doesn't need to be 13 spice powder. You can use 5 spice powder, curry powder, or any spice mix that you have in your kitchen. Last, 1 teaspoon of salt. Mix everything until well combined. Put 1/3 of the flour mixture into a bag. Then throw in the marinated chicken wings. Top a little more flour so the bag doesn't get wet that much. Seal the bag and shake it. This is a fast way to coat your chicken without making a mess. Take out the chicken one by one. Shake off the excess flour. Continue doing the next batch. Because my bag is quite small, I can only coat half of the chicken first. Once all the chicken is nicely coated, let them chill for at least 15 minutes so the flour and the starch will have enough time to bond together. If you fry them immediately, the coating will flake off, which not only affects the final texture of the chicken wings, but also ruins the quality of the oil. When you see the surface becomes a bit moist like this, that means you're good to go. On the side here, let's start heating the oil. I'm using my favorite Hammered Mark carbon steel wok. I'm selling this product now. Just a little extra information. If you already bought my wok, definitely use it to make this recipe because deep frying is a great chance to improve the slickness and reinforce the seasoning of your wok. If you don't have a wok yet, consider buying one. It is the must-have cookware for Chinese cuisine. I'll put the wok link in the description and the comment. Bring the oil to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. If you don't have a thermometer, you can throw in a small piece of the chicken skin or chicken meat. When you see it bubbles a lot instantly and floats to the top after a couple of seconds, that means the temperature is right. Take that little piece out. Keep the flame at medium or medium-low, and we can add the chicken one by one. A lot of people are scared when deep frying food. They just throw the ingredients into the hot oil from far away, which will cause big splashing and it can hurt you. The right way to do this is to make sure whatever ingredient you intend to fry does not have obvious liquid on the surface. Then you put it close to the oil possible and drop it in. This way, no more oil splashing and you will be safe. Another tip that I have for you is to fry the chicken in 2 to 3 batches. If you dump the chicken wings all in once, it will drop the temperature a lot. Then you end up frying the chicken in a very low heat, which could take twice as long for them to be cooked through. By that time, most of the moisture inside the chicken is evaporated and they won't be as juicy as they can be. I am flipping the chicken wings. As you can see, the side that touches the bottom of the wok has a deeper color, so you do want to flip them constantly to ensure an even color. I am doing it for a nice presentation. You're gonna fry them for 6 to 8 minutes. I know some of you are probably thinking, that is not enough time to cook the chicken through. Trust me, you don't want to fry them for too long. It is the same reason that you don't want the moisture to be evaporated too much. We're gonna take them out, let them rest for at least 10 minutes. Believe it or not, the chicken wings will continue cooking slowly by the rest of the heat. And plus, we will double fry them later. Use a strainer to fish out those crispy bits as they do affect the quality of the oil. Continue frying the second batch. Same as before, bring the temperature to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Add the chicken one by one. Flip them constantly. Fry them for 6 to 8 minutes on medium or medium-low heat. take them out. Let them rest for at least 10 minutes. I know, they look like they're ready to be eaten. But control yourself, because we're gonna double fry the chicken. Why? I'm sure you all had the experience that the fried chicken is so crispy right after it came out of the hot oil, but then it got soggy when you put it on the table to serve. Double frying is to reinforce the crust so you don't disappoint your guest. Another souped up tip for you: since you're already using so much oil to deep fry, why not double or triple the recipe and make a big batch? These wings are freezer friendly. You can freeze them right after the first fry. They will last a few months. Whenever you want to eat them again, don't even need to defrost. Just directly start the second frying, and you will have these delicious fried chicken wings in 10 minutes. How amazing is that? Okay, let's get back to the double frying. Bring the temperature to 390 degrees Fahrenheit. This time, you don't need to put them in batches. Just add them all in once. You only need to fry them for 1 to 2 minutes. Of course, if they are frozen, you will have to fry them for a little longer, probably 6 to 8 minutes. The 13 spice powder really made them smell lovely. If you have access, I suggest you to try this ingredient. It has a nice balance of many different aromatics. Look at that. All my wings came out with that desired golden brown color. Most importantly, they are extremely crispy. You can even toss them around and listen to that nice crackling sound. Sprinkle a few shakes of the Jiao Yan that we made. If you like spicy food, you can add some chili flakes. Oh, this is so nice. I just can't wait to take a bite. Forgive me that I ate it in a non-elegant way. I mean, it's really hard to control yourself when facing these lovely crispy wings. Of course, you don't need to make it salt and pepper flavor if you don't want to. Now it is the time to bring out your favorite hot sauce. I also served some with buffalo sauce. They are speechless amazing. Honestly, if you bring out these wings for a party, they will be gone before you even put them on the table. I literally have to make this recipe multiple times to even get a chance to film the detail of the final example, because it just goes so fast. Everybody comes and takes a few, they're gone. I hope you give this a try soon. If you did, leave me a comment and let me know how it goes. As always, you can click the link in the description and find the printable recipe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!